Hello and welcome back to the channel once again. The name is still Classyforex and we are here to simplify the complicated. If you just joined in, a very good morning to you all. You're all welcome back again to my live session. Okay, wave at me if you are here with me. Wave at me. Wave at me if you are here with me. Guys, start dropping your picks in the comment section. Once I see them, I'll analyze them for you and we keep moving in that manner. A very good morning to you all once again. The name is still Classyforex and we are here to simplify the only thing, the complicated. All right, let's go, guys. Let's go. Start dropping your picks in the comment section and let's begin very shortly. So remember, we took an entry on gold or AUD USD, okay, which we are currently running into profit. Okay, this is massive profit of us on AUD USD. Those of you that are on my Telegram channel, you're enjoying a lot. You're enjoying a lot. All right. So let's start. Start dropping your pairs in the comment section. I'm seeing USD. All right, by Doginya is saying USD. Let's go all the way to USD and then begin our first pair for the day. All right, so USD, what is happening on this pair? Let's get into it. All right, so remember we also took an entry here on USD. Okay, I gave you guys this USD live last week, and this is also running in a very deep profit. But let's look at how we can be adding more entries as price keeps going in our overall direction as well. All right, so USD, let's take it all the way to a 3 months time frame and then begin with our analysis. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Okay, turn on the bell notification, share the live. Okay, if this live is very, very impactful for you, make sure to appreciate me by sharing the live to your friends in the game as well. All right, so USD, here we are on the 3 months time frame. Let's begin with our analysis. All right, so in a 3 months time frame, we have the upper zone, the mid-range zone, and then the lower zone. What do we see here on USD 3 months time frame? Number one, we are seeing strong level of buy pressure on this monthly or 3 months mid-range zone. Okay, this is a very strong level of buy pressure. Why is it a strong buy pressure? Because anytime price makes contact with it, it sees what? Reversal to the upside. So you can clearly say what anytime there's contact made, price reverses to the upside. And then recently, once price made contact, it is seeing the exact same thing, buy pressure or reversal to the upside. So there's only one question that we can ask ourselves here on the 3 months time frame. Where is this current buy pressure of the market going? This buy pressure is definitely going all the way to the next what? Resistance level of the 3 months. Now, how sure are we that price will be able to get to the 3 months resistance level so that we can keep buying in that manner? Let's take it all the way to a monthly time frame to add more details on this direction. Okay, so this is also the monthly time frame of USD. Now, USD on the monthly time frame, we have the monthly upper zone and then the monthly lower zone. On the monthly time frame, price has also been able to break above a strong monthly resistance level. This was a very strong resistance level of the monthly because it kept rejecting price over and over and over. But finally, buyers have been able to break above it, which gives us what? A push. So on the monthly time, where am I expecting this push to go? This push is going all the way to a next what? Resistance level. Before you may see probably retest and a continuation push or continuous move all the way before price makes contact with this what? Resistance level. All right. So on the monthly time, currently price going all the way to create what? A new higher high at the next monthly resistance level. Why is it creating a new higher high? Because it has broken above previous what? Highs or previous equal highs. All right. Now that we understand that price is moving all the way to the upside very well, let's take it further to weekly time frame to add more details to this analysis that we are doing. All right. So USD, taking it all the way to the weekly time frame. So this is also the weekly time frame on USD. Now USD on the weekly time frame, we have the weekly mid-range zone over here. Price has given us what? A pushy upside on the weekly, which is what? A higher high. Why is this place a higher high on the weekly? Because price has been able to break above equal highs here on the what? The weekly time before giving us this what? New higher high. So after higher high, what happens next? There should be higher low, which we have seen. Then after higher low, continuation push all the way to the upside. So on the weekly time, we are expecting continuation push to make contact with this resistance level as the new higher high on the weekly, because price will definitely break above this what? Previous higher high. So in that sense, we are going to be looking for buying opportunities which will take us all the way to the next what? Monthly resistance level as the higher high on the monthly and also as a new higher high on the weekly. Get the difference. All right, let me take it again to the daily time frame where I can add another detail to this analysis. All right, so this is also the daily time frame of Euro USD. Now, Euro USD on the daily time frame, we have the daily upper zone and then the daily lower zone over here. So price is also in an uptrend in the daily, supporting the overall direction of the market. So we have what this push the upside, we gave us a higher high, we saw higher low, price has gone all the way to the upside. Are we going to see another what higher low here before price moves again? Let's find out as we go to what the 4-hour time frame together. So Euro USD, let's look at how price is doing above this daily resistance level to know as to whether we can add another buying opportunity to the upside or wait for what a better opportunity. All right, let me take it again to a 4-hour time frame. We can finalize everything on Euro USD. Okay, so this is Euro USD on the 4-hour time frame. Now the 4-hour time frame, like I said before, we already took an entry here on this live last week, and then we are moving into what profit. We've crossed the 2% what line. Hopefully we get to what 4% by the close of today or maybe tomorrow. But let's go through the analysis on the 4-hour time frame and see if there's an opportunity to earn another what buy on Euro USD. So Euro USD on the 4-hour time frame, right after we picked our entry, what happened? Price went all the way up, made contact with what the daily resistance level, and after making contact, we saw sell pressure, which is what good because the daily resistance level is a strong level of sell pressure. We saw sell pressure, but that sell pressure is not a reversal. It is just an impulse move, which means that what price is reacting to the orders that have been placed over here. So after what price went all the way up after the entry, we saw impulse move, continuation push came in, broke above this what previous what high, giving us a new high on the 4-hour. What happens? Would there be another higher low for more opportunities to buy all the way to the upside? Certainly. So Euro USD on the 4-hour time frame, I'm expecting what price to drop all the way back to this what area to give us what a higher low of the 4-hour time frame where we can add another buying opportunity all the way in the what overall direction to the upside. So Euro USD, we are going to have a second buying opportunity if sellers are able to retest on the daily resistance level, which is now a support level here, before we can buy all the way to the upside on Euro. So Euro USD, this is definitely going to be a second entry if price is able to give us a full and complete retest before a candle confirmation, and then we buy all the way to the upside on Euro USD. So Euro USD, this is our full and complete technical analysis. All right, let's go to the next pair. Let's go to the next pair. Aditoye, I see you, my bro. How are you doing? Good morning to you too. Good morning to you too. All right, I'm seeing gold in the comment section. Let's go the way to gold by Sylvia. Sylvia, and then I think a couple of people. Sylvia, and then Kumapi. Sylvia and Kumapi, they are all saying gold. Let's go the way to gold. Gold, we are also in an entry on gold. So you guys are with those of you that are in my free guys group, you realize that last week Friday I gave this particular entry before the close of the week, and then once the market opened on Friday, we saw ourselves in massive profit. Let's go with gold analysis starting on the daily time frame. Can we add more opportunities on gold? Let's find out as we analyze the analysis or as we analyze the pair from the daily to the 4-hour time frame. All right, so this is gold on the daily time frame. Let's add more meaning on gold. Gold on the daily, we have the upper zone, the mid-range zone, and then the lower zone. But before I even analyze the daily, let me take you guys to the weekly time frame and then show you something first before we come all the way to a daily time frame. All right, so this is what gold on the weekly time frame. I want to show you guys a couple of candles that are giving us more assurance that price will move to the upside. So if you look at gold around this particular area where price is at the moment, just around this area, you're going to see a couple of reversal candles. We have number one, bullish engulfing candle close over here. There's also another bullish engulfing candle close, and then currently price is also forming another bullish engulfing candle close. So you can see here two bullish engulfing candle closes, and then another one also forming. So two have already closed, one is also forming. So this tells you that there's more buy pressure on the weekly that will push the market to the upside. Let me take it again to daily time frame and then continue with the daily flow. Okay, so this is the daily time frame of Euro or XAUD USD or gold. Now the daily time frame, we have the upper zone, the mid-range zone, and then the lower zone. Price is in an uptrend on the daily. Higher high, higher low, higher high again, another higher low, equal high, equal higher low. Now there's the plot twist. Over here on the daily time, the price made a push all the way up. Then it dropped down for a pullback, or how we call it, the exhaustion. Then after exhaustion, it is moving all the way to the upside. So everything clearly here on the daily time frame states that price is what? Moving all the way to the next what? Resistance level. So what are we going to do? We're going to be picking more buying opportunities before the contact is made on the resistance level of the daily. Simple as that. All right, let me take it again to the 4 time frame where we can add more details. All right, so this is also the 4 time frame of gold. Now, gold on the 4H time frame, this is what we have over here. Very beautiful one, structural formation over here. On the 4H time frame, we have the 4H upper zone and then the 4H lower zone as well. So last week we picked our entry based on this beautiful what? Reversal formation over here, which is what? The head and shoulder formation. I've explained it in my pre-market analysis video. Those of you that watch it this Sunday, you have a clue of what I'm saying. All right, so what happened after what? This beautiful entry or this beautiful head and shoulder formation, price went straight all the way to the upside and then broke above the daily or the 4-hour resistance level very easily. So this is the 4-hour resistance level which buyers broke above easily. So this break above easily tells us that what? The buy pressure is very strong, because if the buy pressure wasn't strong, then we'll definitely see what sell pressure from here. Price will come back to retest probably here before it goes all the way up. But because the buy pressure is very strong, it just broke above it, giving us what? A straight push to the upside on the 4-hour. So this is a push on the 4H. This is a retest. After retest, what happens? Price action confirmation, we buy all the way to the upside. So USD, our next buying opportunity is going to come in right after price gives us what? A price action confirmation, which could be what? A bullish engulfing candle, second pin bar or morning star, before we can add another buying opportunity on gold to the upside. So gold, next buying opportunity is going to come in from here. Next buying opportunity is coming from here once we see what? The price action confirmation. So this is also our full analysis on gold today. Let's move to the next pair. Next one, I'm seeing USD JPY by George Grant. George Grant is saying USD JPY. Let's go all the way to USD JPY. Guys, keep dropping your pairs in the comment section. I will see it and I'll analyze for you, okay? I will see it and analyze for you. So USD JPY, what is happening on this pair? Let's take it to the 3 months time frame and then begin with the analysis on USD JPY. All right, so this is USD JPY on the 3M or the 3 months time frame. Now USD JPY, we have the upper zone, the mid-range zone, and then the lower zone. Let's talk about what price is doing over here on the 3 months time frame. If you look closely, price has made contact with the resistance level of the 3 months. Now, after making contact with the resistance level, the question that we are asking ourselves is, where is price going next? Will price be able to break above, or are we going to see what? More sell pressure to the downside from the resistance level? Simple as that. These are the 2 questions. Now, how can we answer these 2 questions? Let's take it all the way to monthly time frame and then get to understand what exactly is going on over here before we make the decision as to whether price will drop down or will move to the upside on USD JPY. So USD JPY, let me take it all the way to a monthly time frame and then begin. Okay, so this is the monthly time frame of USD JPY. Now USD JPY on the monthly time frame, what I can currently see is a strong level of sell pressure on the 3 months resistance level. Okay, so the first contact we saw sell pressure, second contact we saw sell pressure, but the third contact, buyers were able to break, but sellers came in early and pushed price below. Buyers tried again to break above, sellers came in and pushed price below as well. So this should tell you that what? There's a strong level of what? Sell pressure around this area, preventing buyers from continuing the move to the upside. So if there's strong sell pressure by buyers, then who is in control? It is what? It is sellers. So sellers are much more in control over here on the monthly, because we are seeing constant sell pressure from this one resistance level to the what? To the downside. Let's take it again to weekly time frame to add more means. So now we understand that what? The sell pressure is higher than the buy pressure, so we are going to what? Sellers. Let's take it to the monthly or the weekly time frame to add more meaning. All right. So this is the weekly time frame of USD JPY. Now USD JPY on the weekly time frame, let's take our time and then dissect this also. Okay, so on the weekly time frame, what do we have? We have the weekly mid-range zone. Now, number 1, we are seeing constant buy pressure from the weekly support level, always reversing the market to the upside when there's contact made on it. And we are also seeing number 2, what? A break of structure here on the weekly. So if you look closely, this is a break of structure on the weekly. Price broke below previous higher low, giving us a lower low and then a lower high here. But we are also seeing what? Equal lows on this area. So who is in control on the weekly? It is sellers. Why? let me show you guys. Look at this. Anytime price makes contact, it goes all the way and then reverses all the way to the upside. But over here, price not reversing. It's actually in a downtrend since it has broken structure here. All right. Then after giving us this lower low and then this lower high, we are also seeing that price has given us a candle confirmation, which is this evening star candle confirmation. So on the weekly time frame, sellers are in control. They are pushing the market all the way to the downside. So if sellers are also in control in the weekly, then what do? Let's take it further to a daily time frame where we can add more details to this analysis. All right. So on to a daily time frame of USD JPY. All right, so this is USD JPY on the daily time. Now the daily time frame tells us a very, very good story in terms of what the direction that we want to go. So if you look at the daily time frame, we have the daily upper zone and then the daily lower zone as well. Price is in a downtrend on the daily. Why? Because it blows structure, it has given us what? A reversal formation. So you have what? This, and this over here. So price broke above this what? Previous high, gave us a new high, but after coming back for higher, liquidity continued going up. Instead, it broke below, which has given us what? A lower low here, and then a lower high. Okay, and then this is also what? A beautiful head and shoulder formation. You have the right shoulder or the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. So this is also what? A head and shoulder formation, which is an indication that sellers are in control. They are pushing the market all the way to the downside as well. All right, let me take you guys all the way to a forward time so that we can prepare for an entry to the downside on USD JPY. All right, so USD JPY taking it all the way to a 4H for our entry for today. All right, so this is USD JPY on the forward time. Let me add another forward level here for a better explanation. Hold on. So one more forward level is needed for a better explanation. All right, so this is the forward time frame of what? USD JPY. Now, if you look at USD JPY on the forward time frame, price is what? In a downtrend as well. We have lower low, we have lower high, we have lower low, we have lower high. What is going to happen? There should be a new lower low, a new lower high, and then we sell all the way to a downside. So USD JPY, I'm expecting what? Sellers should break below the daily support level here to give me a lower low. Then I wait for lower high, and I can sell all the way to a downside. So once I sell, I'm going all the way to the next monthly support level below as my target. So USD JPY, this is going to be our full and complete technical analysis. It's a very, very beautiful pair with a well-structured formation, which can give us what? The profit that we need with time. So that is it also for what? For USD JPY. Okay, I'm not going to sell over here because price is on what? A strong daily support level, and it doesn't make sense that I sell over there. So I wait for price to break below, which will give me what? A lower low. Then I wait for my lower high, candle confirmation, I sell all the way to a downside on USD JPY. So USD JPY, this is our full and complete technical analysis. All right, let's move to the next one on the list. Next one on the list is GBP USD by promise. Promise. If Yanchuku promise. So if Yanchuku, how far with Niger? Your name long. If Yanchuku, your name long. If Yanchuku, your name long. All right, let's go all the way to GBP USD very quick. All right, so what has happened with GBP USD? So promise, we are going to dive into your GBP USD for you very quickly. All right, so GBP USD, let's start the analysis on the 3 months time frame very quick. All right, so this is the 3 months time frame of GBP USD. Now, GBP USD on the 3 months time frame, we are also going to take our time and explain this pair right exactly from the 3 months all the way to 4 time before you pick our entry. Why do we start the analysis from the higher time frame? Because we want to get the overall perspective so that when we are what? Picking entry or when we are predicting direction, it becomes very easy for us. Okay, we don't just stand on one time frame and predict direction. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, yeah, so that is it also on that side. So 3 months time frame on what? GBP USD, we have the upper zone on top, the middle zone, and then the lower zone. Let's explain. On the 3 months, we are seeing buy pressure from what? Support level, which is pushing the market all the way up. So over here on the 3 months time frame, it is very, very clear that this buy pressure is heading all the way to the next what? Resistance level of the 3 months. So here it is very, very simple to identify the direction. Price going all the way to the next what? Resistance level to create what? Equal highs. Simple as that. Simple as that. Now, how do we pick entry before price makes contact with the resistance level of the 3 months? Let's take it all the way to the monthly time frame and explain furthermore. Okay, so this is the monthly time frame of GBP USD. Now, GBP USD on the monthly time frame, let's take our time and also put meaning into the monthly as usual. So on the monthly time frame, we do have the upper zone, the middle zone, and then the lower zone. What happened on the monthly? Okay, let's go back in time. Now, if you look closely, there was strong level of buy pressure from here. Very, very strong buy. Because when it came into contact with the next monthly resistance level, it just broke above it. Then it went all the way up, made another contact with this resistance level, and also broke above it. So this will tell that what the buy pressure is very, very, very strong, because breaking above 2 monthly resistance level very easily, it's not possible. Okay, it doesn't really happen on a normal day. So once price has been able to break above it easily twice of what the levels we upside, it tells us that what the amount of buy pressure that is in the market on GBP USD. So GBP USD, you know that what the buy pressure is very, very, very strong, and then buyers are moving the market continuously to the upside. Now, currently, since buyers have been able to break above this resistance level of the monthly, then that means that what the next target is going to be the next resistance level over here, which is what our 3 months resistance, which is going to form equal highs. How do you pick entry before price get to the equal highs above? Let me take it again to a weekly time frame where I can add another explanation to this analysis. All right, so this is also the weekly time frame of GBP USD. Now, GBP USD on the weekly time frame, we have the weekly mid-range zone over here. What happened on the weekly? On the weekly, we can see that what there's a formation of higher high and higher low over here. Let's try and then what identify it. So this is where the uptrend began on the weekly. The bullish structure here gave us our first push to upside, higher high. We saw higher low. Price went all the way up, made contact again, came down for another higher low, and is moving all the way to the upside. So the next level of target that price can hit here on the weekly is the weekly what resistance level. Simple as that. So since price is trading above the monthly resistance level, we know that what we are heading all the way to a next weekly resistance level above over here on GBP USD. So GBP USD, we know where price is going to go next. Let's take you to the daily time frame to add another explanation. All right, so this is the daily time frame of GBP USD. Let's explain GBP USD over here. Now, GBP USD on the daily time frame, we have the daily upper zone. If you look at the daily, price is also in an uptrend. It broke above this daily resistance level to give us a higher high over here. Look at this. This is higher high. Then after higher high, it gave us higher low. After higher low, where should it go? It should move all the way to the upside. And then we can see that what right after the retest to give us a higher low on the daily, we are also seeing that price has formed a bullish engulfing candle close. So look at this. These two candles are called what? Bullish engulfing. This is a bullish engulfing candle close, indicating that what? Buyers are present. And I've told you guys that what? The bullish engulfing candle close is what? It's a push. And what happens next? Price will what? Come back for what? Exhaustion before what? Continuing the move all the way to the upside. So every bullish engulfing candle close, whether on depend on the time frame, it is what? It's a push. Price usually come back to fill the middle of the candle before what? It goes all the way to the upside. So let's take it again to a 4 time frame and then pick our entry to the upside on GBP USD. So this is GBP USD on the 4 time frame, and this is the push that I was explaining on what? On the daily. So this is the entire bullish engulfing candle close over here, from here all the way here. This is the bullish engulfing candle close. All right. Why is it the push? Because it broke above a level of what? Sensitivity, which is the 4-hour level over here. So if I put the 4-hour level here, you can clearly see what price broke above 4-hour resistance level with a push. Then after a push, it has come all the way back to retest. After retest, what happens next? Continuation push to the upside. So price has given us the retest here on the 4 time frame. Or the only thing left before we can buy again to the upside is price action confirmation. And you guys already know the price action confirmation, which is that the bullish engulfing candle, the pin bar, or the what? The morning star before we can buy from here again to the upside. So GBP USD, we are also in a buying opportunity. This entry was also given here on our last week live session. Those of you that were here, you can attest to the fact. So we are also in profit on GBP USD, hoping to add another entry from here into the same overall direction of the market. So that's it also for GBP USD. Let's go to the next pair very quick. Next pair, I'm seeing USD CHF, AUD USD as well. Okay, S&P 500, NASDAQ. We are going to do all of that. We are going to do all of that. Classy. Someone said, Classy, do you trade synthetic indices? No, I don't. I don't. Sorry about that, bro. So I haven't even attempted it before. I haven't attempted that area before. Okay, I have no idea what goes on over there. You get it? So I don't trade synthetics. All right, let's go to USD CHF. And as well, let's go to USD CHF. Let's go to USD CHF. Amukali, I see you. I see you. All right, let's go to USD CHF. USD CHF up next. Very quick. USD CHF up next. USD CHF is up next. All right, so USD CHF. Remember, this entry was also given on our last week live session. So last week I gave you guys a lot of entries. So this is what USD CHF. Now USD CHF. Let's go through the analysis together on this pair. So USD CHF. I'm going to start the analysis on the 3 months time frame. All right, so USD CHF starting on the 3 months. Let's begin. So on the 3 months, we have the upper zone, the middle zone, and then the lower zone. What do we see here on the 3 months time frame? We are seeing very clearly that sellers have been able to break below the strong support level to the downside. So this is a break below. There's no doubt. Nobody can say this is not a break. This is a break. We are all aware. So sometimes when you are doing the analysis, try and then go with what the things that you are aware that it has happened, not the things that you think may happen or you understand. Things that has happened. Price has broken below. It has happened. It is clear for everybody to see. So once price has been able to break below, who is in control? It is sellers that are in control. So what are we looking for? We're looking for selling opportunities to the downside. It's as simple as that. How do we pick selling opportunities to the downside? Let's take it again to a monthly time where we can add another meaning on this one pair. All right, so this is what USD CHF on the monthly time. On the monthly time for USD CHF, we have the break below very clearly over here. So the break below is seen very clearly over here on the monthly time frame. So you can clearly say what sellers are still in control since the what they are below the support level, and you can even see that what there's a pin bar confirmation over here indicating more selling pressure to the downside as well on USD CHF. So USD CHF, the man is also attesting to the fact that price below we are seeing sell pressure to the downside. Let's take it further to weekly time frame where we can add another meaning on this analysis. All right, so this is the weekly time frame of USD CHF, and the USD CHF on the weekly time frame, there's a lot of sense over here on the weekly. Let's explain. So on the weekly time frame, we have what a push to the downside, which is what lower low. This also what lower high, meaning that we are in a downtrend where do goodness continuation push all the way to the downside. All right. So once price comes all the way down, it makes what previous contact with the what the low over here. It is likely to break to give us a new lower low, new lower high. The cycle continues in that manner, but we know that the sell pressure from here bringing the market all the way to a downside. We can also see that there's a reversal candle, which is what this evening star candle confirmation. So we are coming all the way down on USD CHF. All right, now that we know that we are coming down very well, let's take it again to daily time frame where we can add another meaning to this analysis. Okay, so this is also daily time frame of USD CHF. Now USD CHF on the daily, we have the daily mid-range zone. On the daily time, we can also see what a movement to the downside. So if you look closely, this is what a reversal formation. We have the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder indicating what a break of our structure. So price broke below this what previous support level or previous resistance level or higher low, giving us a new higher high. I mean a new lower low. Sorry, a new lower high, and then we are dropping all the way to the downside in that manner. So this is what is a break of structure to the downside on the daytime. Also a head and shoulder representing what sellers formation. All right, so sellers are giving us this beautiful formation, and what did it do after that? It has broken below the daily support level very beautifully. So after breaking below the daily support level, we look for entry below to come all the way to the downside on USD CHF. So USD CHF, let's take it all the way to a 4 time frame and then prepare for our entry to a downside. All right, so this is USD CHF on the 4 time frame, and this is the first entry that we picked on this pair. Okay, the first entry that we picked on this pair on the USD CHF. Now USD CHF on the 4 time frame, currently prices were trading below the daily support level. So we saw what a 4 push the downside, lower low, this is a lower high. We are expecting price to continue the move all the way to the downside. So if there's a candle confirmation right after here, we are going to pick another selling opportunity to the downside on USD CHF. So look at this. We saw what this push, this exhaustion, this push, this exhaustion. Price likely to continue the move all the way down, but we will come in after we see what a candle confirmation. A candle confirmation for our next or selling opportunity comes in on USD CHF all the way to the downside as well. So that's it also for the USD CHF analysis. Okay, everything points to the downside. We are trading or we are picking entry to a downside. Let's go to the next pair. Let's go to the next pair. Let's see. Next pair on the list. Next pair on the list. I saw a pair. Let me go up. Was it NASDAQ or something like that? Or US 30? Okay, NASDAQ. So NASDAQ by George. George is saying NAS100. George is saying the NAS100. Let's go to the NAS100. So George is saying NAS100. Keep dropping your pairs in the comment section. I will see it and I'll analyze for you. All right. So you have NAS100 over here. Let's take it all the way to the 3M. Okay, so this is NAS100 on the 3 months time frame. Let's put meaning into it very quick. Now the 3 months time frame of NASDAQ, we have the upper zone on top, the upper zone, the middle zone, and then the lower zone. And then over here we are seeing what? An uptrend. We have higher high, we have higher low, we have higher high again, under higher low. Where's the price weakness? It should move all the way to the upside. So the next level of sensitivity that buyers can hit on this uptrend is the resistance level of the 3 months. Okay, so how is price going to make contact with the resistance level, and how can we buy before price get there? Let's take you to a monthly time frame to add more meaning. Okay, so this is the monthly time frame of NAS100, and over here on the monthly, there's a lot of signs. So we see what? A push to the upside, higher high, we see higher low, and the price heading all the way to make contact where? With the what? The previous high or the previous resistance level. And we can see the candle confirmation over here, which is this morning star candle confirmation. A very beautiful morning star candle confirmation, indicating that buyers are in control. They are pushing the market to the next resistance level. How do we buy to this one resistance level? Let's take it again to daily time frame to add, or the weekly to add more meaning. Okay, so this is also the weekly time frame on NAS100. Now NAS100 on the weekly time frame, we have the weekly mid-range over here. Price has been able to break above the weekly resistance level to the upside. So once you are trading above the weekly resistance level, then the only thing in our reach is the next what? Resistance level above, which is the 3 months what? Resistance level. So how can price move from here to this resistance level to complete the cycle on the monthly and then the 3 months time frame? Let's take it again to daily time frame to add another meaning as well. All right, so this is the daily time frame of NAS100. Now NAS100, the daily time frame, we have the daily mid-range zone over here. On the daily, what has happened? We are seeing an uptrend. This is a daily push high, daily exhaustion high, low, daily continuation push, which has failed to break above this daily what? Resistance level. So price is seeing sell pressure or resistance from this what? Daily resistance level, preventing it from going all the way to make contact over here. So since price is on the resistance level of the daily, then how are we going to pick our entry? We are going to pick our entry in a simple manner. Just wait for price to break above the resistance level of the daily with a push, retest, and then we can buy all the way up. So let's get to the 4 time frame. Look at how I'm going to buy on this pair to the upside as well. So this is what? NAS100 on the 4-hour time frame. And this is where price is on the resistance level, preventing what? Us from buying. So price is still on this one resistance level. So before we can buy to the upside on NAS100, then what do? Wait for price to break above to give us what? A push, retest, and then we buy all the way to the upside. Certainly we may see the break above. Why? Because I'm seeing what? A break of structure over here. Look at this. So this is a very beautiful break of structure. We have higher high, higher low. So price is likely to break, give us a new higher high, the new higher low, and then we buy all the way to the upside on NAS100. So NAS100, this becomes our full and complete technical analysis. All right, let's go to the next pair in the comment. Keep dropping your pairs in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and then make sure to also join my free signals group. The link is pinned on the live chat. Okay, the link is pinned over on the live chat. Make sure to join. All right, let's go the way down. Let's go the way down to the newly drop pairs. Okay. Okay. So I think someone said, please, what indicator is creating your zones for you? Okay, so the zones were created manually. Okay, we don't use indicator in our strategy. Okay, we use only manual. We use manual thing. We use our brain. You get it? We don't need any extra help. You get it? All the extra helps, they are all lacking. As long as we have brains, we can use them to the benefit the benefit of what am I even saying? We can use our brains to benefit us. You understand? Benefit ourselves. That's what I mean. You get it? So no indicator, no help. We don't have any help. The only help that we have is the what? The things that we used to draw. This is the only thing that we did. Okay, to map the levels, to mark the levels. After that, we put our brain to work. Okay, put our brain to work. No external force, no external support. Just the brain working 100%. You understand? Okay, let's go to the next one. Next one very quick. Next one very quick. I don't want to talk much. Next one very quick. Hold on. Okay. I'm seeing NZD USD, AUD USD. Okay, NZD USD, AUD USD, BTC USD. Okay, let's go to NZD USD. Right, so NZD USD, we are also in an entry. You guys remember? Okay, I'm giving guys this entry. Those of you that always come to my live, you are aware of this NZD USD free signal that I give to you guys. Okay, but let's look at NZD USD. Will NZD USD, will buyers be able to break above the weekly resistance level? Because the weekly resistance level is a very strong level. Okay, after hitting 2%, you've seen the price coming all the way down because the weekly resistance is a strong level of what? Sell pressure. But will buyers be able to break above it eventually? Let's find out as we analyze the pair from the higher time frame all the way to the 4-hour time frame. So NZD USD taking it all the way to the 3 months time frame. Okay, so this is the 3 months time frame of NZD USD. We have the upper zone, the middle zone, and then the lower zone. We are seeing buy pressure from this support level pushing the market all the way to the upside. It's as simple as that. So if you look closely, currently there's buy pressure here pushing the market all the way up. So the question we can ask ourselves here is that where is the buy pressure going? Where do we think the buy pressure is going? For me, I do think that this buy pressure is going all the way to make contact with the next resistance level on the 3 months. How sure am I? Let me explain. So I'm going to explain by going all the way to a monthly time frame. This is the monthly time frame of NZD USD. Now NZD USD on the monthly time frame, we have the what? The monthly mid-range zone. Now if you look closely, price has been able to break above the monthly mid-range zone to the upside, which tells us that what? Buyers are in control. So the monthly is also giving us an assurance that we are moving all the way to the upside because it has broken above its resistance level. So you see where we are getting to. So now we understand how price is going to the upside. But that's not all. Let's explain furthermore by taking it all the way to a weekly time frame. Okay, so this is also the weekly time frame of NZD USD. Now NZD USD on the weekly, we have the weekly upper zone and the weekly lower zone. Price is in an uptrend on the weekly, supporting the overall direction of the market. So we saw a push the upside here on the weekly, which was a higher high. Price came down for higher low, and we have seen continuation push the upside. But continuation push is yet to break above previous higher high here to give us a new higher high, and this particular movement to the upside. Price is yet to do this. We are still on the resistance level of the weekly, and then buyers are struggling to break above because the resistance level of the weekly has proven to be a very strong level of sensitivity. But how are we going to be able to pick buying opportunity upside in case price breaks above? Let's find out as we go through the various time frames together. So let me take it again to the daily time frame to add another meaning. Okay, so this is also the daily time frame of NZD USD. Now NZD USD on the daily, we have the daily mid-range zone. What do we see on the daily? Price has been able to break above the daily mid-range zone to the upside, giving us a push. After a push, we've seen retest or exhaustion. After retest exhaustion, we are also expecting continuation move. But continuation move of the daily has also failed to break above the weekly resistance. So on the weekly or on the daily here, you can see that there's sell pressure 1, sell pressure 2, sell pressure 3, and then sell pressure 4. Strong level of sell pressure on the weekly resistance level. But since over here we are seeing an uptrend, which is this higher high and this higher low. Will this uptrend or will this buy be able to push and break above? Certainly, but we are not so sure. Let's go to a 4-hour time frame before we analyze this pair completely. Let's go to 4-hour. So this is the 4-hour time frame of NZD USD. Let me add our 4-hour level of sensitivity so we can use it to explain what is going on over here. All right, so if you look at the 4-hour time frame of NZD USD, price has broken above resistance level of the 4-hour, giving us a higher high and then a higher low. So this area is going to be the deciding factor whether price will break above or reverse all the way to a downside. Remember, we're already in a what? The trade. By now, your stop loss will be at entry. So here, if there's buy pressure enough here to go all the way up to break, then give us another retest. We can find another what? Buying opportunity on this weekly resistance level to go all the way to the outside. Remember, we're already in a buying opportunity already. Okay, we are in a buy already. So we are not going to add any buying opportunity here for now. Why? Because of the weekly resistance level, which is a very strong level of resistance that can reverse the market. So as a result of that, we are not going to look for entry here. Even if we see candle confirmation, we won't buy because of what? This resistance level, we can reverse the market to the downside. So the only area or the only thing that can happen for us to buy again on NZD card is when price breaks above, retest, and then we go all the way to the upside. So if buyers can find buy pressure on the 4-hour support level here to give us a new higher high and then a new higher low, then we buy all the way to the upside. Okay, so I'm saying that what? We are not going to pick any buying opportunity over here, even if we see candle confirmation. Why? Because there's a strong level of sell pressure on the weekly resistance level that is constantly rejecting price and pushing it to the downside. So that's it also for what? NZD USD. New entry comes in after a break about the weekly resistance, the retest of it, and then we buy from here to the upside. Simple as that. Simple as that. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's keep the opinion pairs. I'm here for you guys. We have a lot of time. Okay, AUD USD is up next. So since you have done NZD USD, let's go to AUD USD. AUD USD. From AUD USD, I'm seeing gold. I'll come back to gold, and then I'm also seeing US30. So US30 is a pair that I'm monitoring. I'm monitoring USD. I mean US30 very, very well. Okay, very, very, very well. But let's go to AUD USD first. AUD USD. We are almost going to get the exact same thing. Okay. So remember, AUD USD, we did some analysis on this pair. Okay, I think it's still on. You guys can see it. We did some analysis. It's still on. Very good. Let me take this level out, this one out, and adjust this new level. Let me put it all the way up here to make a lot of sense. Okay, so this is AUD USD. Now, AUD USD, let us also begin the analysis from the higher time frame or the 3 months. Okay. So this is AUD USD on the 3 months time frame. We have upper zone, mid-range zone, lower zone. What do we see here on this time frame? Number one, buy pressure from what? The support level, pushing price all the way to the upside. Where is this buy pressure going? It is going all the way to a next resistance level. Why am I saying that it's going to a next resistance level on the 3 months? Let me explain by going through what? The various time frames below. So let's take it to a monthly time frame. This is the monthly time frame. Price has broken what? Above the monthly middle zone, also to the upside. So same exact thing as we saw on the NZD USD. So since buyers are broken above, it means that what? We are heading all the way to the upside. Let's take it again to a weekly time frame to add more meaning. Right, so this is also a weekly time frame of AUD USD. We have the weekly upper and the weekly lower zone. On the weekly, we are seeing an uptrend. We have seen a push higher high, higher low, and then another push all the way up, which has made contact with the weekly resistance level, preventing buyers from going further. So here, the weekly resistance level is also very strong, preventing buyers from what? Breaking above. Let's take it again to daily time frame to add more meaning. All right, so this is also the daily time frame of AUD USD. Let's take this out first so we can have some space to work with over here. Now, AUD USD on the daily time frame, we also have the daily mid-range zone over here. Now, the daily time frame, we are seeing constant sell pressure from this one weekly resistance level, preventing buyers from going further to the upside. So here, what are we going to do? Let's do the exact same thing. Before we can pick our entry on AUD USD, we are also going to wait for price to break above first, retest, and then we buy all the way to the upside. Let's go to 4 time frame and then explain further. All right, so this is the 4 time frame of what? Of AUD USD. All right, so we have our 4-hour level in place again over here. Let's add more meaning. All right, so if you look closely at the 4-hour time, what do we see? We see what? A double bottom and a break of structure. Look at this. This was a double bottom. Price broke above, gave us what? A higher high, and has given us a higher low. Okay, so this area is very, very tempting to buy because everything is very clear for a buying opportunity to the upside. So are we going to buy here or wait for price to break above the weekly resistance level, retest, and then we buy? So where do you think it is ideal to buy? Okay, these are some of the questions that usually I ponder about. Okay, so we have what? There will be a push, higher high, maybe higher low, and then we go all the way up. So the question is, should we buy here or wait for price to break above and then we buy on the second retest? But let's look at something. If you look closer at the forward time, we can notice that what? There's constant sell pressure over here, which is always moving the market to the upside. So the first sell pressure that came in, look at it. There was support level here, but it couldn't buy. The second counter, this area also support, it couldn't buy. The third counter, this area also support, it couldn't buy. The third counter, this area also support. Do you think it will buy? That's the question. So there's what? There's more likelihood that price will not buy here and will drop down. There's also another likelihood that our price will buy here to the upside. But because we don't want to get entangled within this area and then this area, we are not going to pick any entry here. So we are going to wait for price to go up from here, give us a new higher high, which will take out all these equal highs freely. We wait for higher low, and then we can buy from here all the way to the upside. So the second opportunity will be the ideal one, the one that is safe and sound. Once you pick an entry, you know that we are definitely going into profit. So we're going to wait for price to break above, higher high, then higher low. We look for another opportunity to buy to the upside on AUD USD. So AUD USD, this should be our full and complete analysis, just like we did on the NZD USD. All right, let's go to the next pair. Next pair. I said the next pair was going to be US30, right? Let's go to US30. US30, I've been monitoring this pair. I'm looking for a buying opportunity here. Probably you guys can also hop in when the time is due. All right. This is why I'm looking for my buying opportunity on US30. US30. I've been buying and getting break even. All right. And I'm not giving up. So US30, this is going to be my buying opportunity. And I'm going to explain. So I'm going to explain why I'm looking for a buying opportunity on US30. So US30, let's take it all the way to a 3 months time frame and then explain things further. Okay, so this is the 3M on US30. Let's explain. If you look at a 3 months time frame, we have the upper zone, the middle zone, and then the lower zone. Price is in an uptrend on this time frame. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Where do you go next? You go all the way to make contact with previous what? High, to complete the move on the 3 months. So you are looking for buying opportunities to go all the way to what? The next resistance level. How do you pick the buys? Let's go through the various time frames below. So first of all, monthly time frame here. We have the monthly mid-range zone. On the monthly, we are also seeing an uptrend. This was a higher high, higher low, higher high. Price came all the way down, higher low. Form a wick formation over here. We are still moving to the upside. So this is still an uptrend also on the monthly time frame. We are going all the way to the upside. We can see that price has even given us what? A bullish engulfing candle close as an assurance that it is going to the upside. All right. So now that we understand price going all the way up, let's take it again to the weekly time frame. All right. So this is also the weekly time frame of US30. We have the weekly upper zone and then the weekly lower zone. Price has broken up above the weekly lower zone or the weekly resistance to the upside. You can see that we are trading above the weekly resistance level over here, which is also an indication that buyers are in control. They are what? Pushing the market all the way up there. All right, let's take it again to daily time frame to add more meaning. All right, so this is also the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we are seeing an uptrend on the daily. We have the daily resistance level over here. Price also an uptrend on the daily time frame. Look at this. This was a higher high, a higher low, another higher high, another higher low, and the price is still moving around here. So here you can see that what? There's constant buy pressure from this area pushing the market all the way up. I can see what? Pins, which is as a result of what? The buy momentum over here, also trying to push the market all the way to the upside, right? So on the daily time frame, everything also points to the upside. What are we going to do? Let's take it to a forward time frame and then prepare for entry to the upside on this pair. Right, so this is the forward time frame of US30, and this is where I'm looking for what? My buying opportunity on US30. So US30, if you look at the forward time frame, we have our 4-hour mid-range zone over here. What happened on the forward time frame? Price was in an uptrend. It is still on the 4-hour support level, constantly seeing buy pressure. Look at it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, constantly seeing buy pressure. So this is why I'm going to be picking another buying opportunity on US30 all the way to the upside. Now my entry comes in after what? A candle confirmation. So here I'm waiting for a candle confirmation before I adjust my entry and stop loss. Then I push it to the upside, or I buy to the upside of USD. So USD, this is a very beautiful pair that you guys can hop in. Okay, so monitor it and make sure to pick your buy once you see what? The candle confirmation. All right, so we are done with USD. Let's go to the next pair. I'm seeing GBP USD. I mean BTC USD. Let's go to Bitcoin, and then from Bitcoin I'll move to AUD CHF. So Bitcoin, I think we also had a setup over here, which is quite plain out. But let's go through the whole analysis of what? BTC USD again. Let's go to BTC USD again. So BTC USD, let's take it to a 3-month time frame. All right, so this is a 3M of BTC USD. Now BTC USD on a 3M, what is happening? Price has been able to break above resistance level and is heading all the way to the upside. That's what we can see right here on the 3 months. Buy pressure pushing the market to the upside, nothing else. Let's take it again to the monthly time frame to add more meaning. Now this is the monthly time frame of BTC USD. We have the monthly upper and then the monthly lower zone. Price is an uptrend on the monthly, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then price has made contact again with the resistance level. So are we going to see a new high, new higher low for the cycle to continue, or are we going to see sell pressure from this resistance level to reverse the market all the way down on Bitcoin? Let's take it further to the weekly time frame. All right, so this is the weekly time frame of BTC USD. Now BTC USD on the weekly time frame, we have the weekly mid range over here. Now over here on the weekly, I can see that what there's sell pressure from this resistance level 1, 2, and then 3. But upon third touch, I'm also seeing what? A bearish engulfing candle close. So is this bearish engulfing candle close strong enough to reverse the market all the way down? Probably not now. Okay, definitely we may see sell pressure. Okay, we are likely to see sell pressure because of this bearish engulfing candle. But this alone cannot reverse the what? The market. On a higher time frame, price reversing, it gives you what? A double top or a triple top or a reversal structure before it drops. Okay, it don't just give you what? Bearish engulfing candle and start reversing. No. Okay, candle is perfect, but we also need structure. You understand? Okay, so BTC USD, we are seeing bearish engulfing candle close. Are we going to see more sell pressure to the downside? Probably yes. Let's take you through the other time frames and then analyze them as well. All right, so this is the daily time frame of BTC USD. Sorry, let me take this 4-hour level away. I'll bring it back on the 4-hour. So this is the daily time frame of BTC USD. Now BTC USD on the daily time, what do we see on the daily? We are seeing a double top, a break below the neckline. After breaking below, price is retesting the neckline. After retesting, you're likely to see sell pressure all the way to the downside. So you can clearly see that what? Over here on BTC USD, price has what? Giving us a lower low, lower high. We're likely to see more sell pressure to the downside on BTC USD because of what? The bearish engulfing candle, which is what? Representing itself as what? As the head and shoulder here. I mean, as the double top over here before we can sell all the way to the downside. All right, let me take it again to a 4-hour time frame and also explain the 4H to you guys. All right, so this is the 4-hour time frame of BTC USD. Let me bring up the 4-hour level, the one that I deleted. Let me bring it all the way back. All right, so this is the 4-hour time frame on BTC USD. Now the 4-hour time for BTC USD, look at this. Price has not yet completed the retest or the lower high of the neckline or the double top. Now remember, this is the double top. Let me draw it well for you guys. This is the double top that we saw on the daily. The price will go there, retest the neckline before we see what? A drop all the way to a downside. Okay, so here I don't really see the what? The retest well. I didn't really touch. So there's still a buy pressure in the system. Price should go touch this area before we may see what? Sell pressure all the way to a downside. So BTC USD, I'm expecting what? The market to reach this level before sell pressure comes into the downside as well. So that's it also for BTC USD. Let's go to the next pair very quick. But this is not a pair that I'll be interested in selling. Okay, BTC USD, I will not be interested in selling for now. All right, I don't want any entry on BTC USD for now. Okay, I'm not interested in this pair for now. All right, let's go to AUD CHF by AmestaFX. AmestaFX saying AUD CHF, AUD CHF, AUD CHF, AUD CHF. Where are you? All right, so we have AUD CHF right here. Let's go to the analysis. Let me take it all the way to a 3 months time frame. Oh, I don't have, where are my zones on this pair? Let me pick another AUD CHF. I don't see my zones on it. Let me go to Rwanda and see. I think my zones are missing on AUD CHF. Okay, but I can see one here on the monthly. I think the monthly is only area that I have it. Nonetheless, let's analyze it. All right, so AUD CHF monthly time frame. What do you have over here? Now the monthly time for AUD CHF price wide in a downtrend, as we can see, lower low, lower high, and then it's moving all the way to a downside. So we are still in a downtrend on the monthly time price heading all the way to a downside. We can see what a pin bar here. This is a pin bar indicating more selling pressure to the downside. Let me take it again to the weekly time frame and then try to get the structure of the weekly. All right, so onto a weekly time frame of AUD CHF. Guys, keep dropping your pairs in the comment section. Oh, what is happening? Are we losing connection? Okay, AUD CHF back to the weekly time frame. All right, so this is the weekly time frame of AUD CHF. Now, AUD CHF, everything makes a lot of sense here on the weekly. Very beautiful structure on the weekly. So we have the weekly upper zone and the weekly lower zone. Price is in a downtrend, the weekly still moving to a downside. Push, exhaustion, push again, under exhaustion, price selling all the way down. So AUD CHF, look at what the weekly time. This is a very beautiful movement to a down. So we are seeing what a lot of sell pressure on the lower high here on the weekly, pushing the market to a down. It's a beautiful structure on AUD CHF. We are heading all the way down. So how can we pick selling opportunities to the downside on AUD CHF? Let me take it again to daily time where I can add another meaning. All right, so this is also daily time frame of AUD CHF. I don't understand why my zones are missing over here. Let me add daily zone for explanation. Let me add daily zone. So we have daily support level here. Let's change the color to our original daily color. All right, so this is the daily time frame of what? Of AUD CHF. Now, AUD CHF on daily time frame, I'm seeing a break of structure. I'm also seeing a head and shoulder formation. All right, so if you look at AUD CHF on the daily time frame, price was in an uptrend, okay, before it became a downtrend. Let's explain. This was a higher high, a higher low, and a higher high on top, and a higher low, but they couldn't go up. What happened? Sellers came in, broke below to give us a lower low, and then a lower high, and it's dropping all the way down. Okay, so this is what the break of structure is. So the same thing as what? As head and shoulder formation. So you can see left shoulder, head, and then right shoulder. We are dropping all the way to a downside. So AUD CHF price also moving to a downside on the daily time frame. It's as simple as that. But currently on the daily time frame, price what is on the support level of the daily. So can we sell on the daily support level to a downside? No, we cannot do that unless price breaks below. So let's go to a 4-hour time frame and then prepare for entry to a downside on AUD CHF. All right, so this is AUD CHF on the 4-hour time frame. How are we going to pick our entry on AUD CHF? Quite simple. Wait for price to break below, retest, and then we sell on the way to a downside. Simple as that. So once we sell, we are coming all the way to a monthly support level. It's beautiful and simple in that manner. Okay, so price must break below the strong daily support level. This is a very strong daily support level. Okay, sellers must break below it to give us a lower low and then lower high before we can start selling all the way to the downside of AUD CHF. So AUD CHF, this is also our full and complete technical analysis. Simple as that. We are also done. Okay, S&P 500. I'm not sure I have zones on S&P 500, but it certainly goes with the US 30 and the NASDAQ that I've analyzed. Okay, S&P 500. I don't have zones on it. I don't have zones on it. Okay, but it's the same thing as the US 30, the NASDAQ 100, where I'm looking for buys. You understand? So here, US 30, I'm looking for buy. S&P 500, we get the exact same what structure, the exact same formation and everything. Right. So S&P 500, you can visit US 30 or the NASDAQ 100. All right. Let's go to gold again. Let's go to gold again. Gold, we are already in a buy. Okay, you're already in a buy. All right, let's explain gold again. Then from gold, I'll move to DXY and explain DXY. I'm also seeing USD CHF. All right, let's explain gold. Then from gold, we move to DXY. So gold, I'm also going to begin the analysis on the weekly. Let's go to weekly. On the weekly, I'm just going to show you guys a couple of what candle formations. Then we move to the daily time frame and explain the daily. This is the weekly time frame of gold. Now, gold on the weekly, we have number 1, bullish engulfing candle. Number 2, another bullish engulfing candle. And number 3, another bullish engulfing candle, which is what? Now forming. Which is now forming. So you have 3 bullish engulfing candle closes on the weekly time. What does it tell you? It tells you that there's more buy pressure pushing the market all the way to the upside. So since there's more buy pressure, then where are we doing? What are we going? Where are we picking our entries to? We are looking for buying opportunities only on gold. So gold, let's take it all the way to what? The daily time frame and explain from the daily. All right, so this is the daily time frame of gold. Now gold on the daily time frame, let's put meaning into it very quick. Now if you look at gold on the daily time frame, we have the daily upper, the mid range, and then the lower zone. Price is an uptrend on the daily time frame. We first saw a push which was high, a higher low, another high, another higher low, equal high, equal low here, and the price has moved all the way to the upside. So from here, we know that our price is definitely moving all the way to the upside. This is even what a push again to the upside, retest or exhaustion, and the price going all the way to the upside. Right. So there's more buy pressure pushing the market on XAU USD to the upside. Let's go to 4 time and prepare for entry to the upside on gold. So gold taking it all the way to 4H for our entry to the upside. All right, so this is gold on the 4-hour time frame. Let's put meaning into it very quickly. So on the 4-hour time frame of gold, we have the 4H upper zone and then the 4H lower zone. This was where we picked our entry to the upside on gold. We are already in. Currently, price is sitting at 4%. But let's look at how we can add another entry into the same direction and then make more extra percent as well. All right. So gold, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, price has broken above 4-hour resistance level with a push to the upside. After a push, what happens? Retest. After retest, continuation push all the way to the upside. So gold, price has completed the retest, but the only thing we are waiting for before another buying opportunity on gold to the upside is a price action confirmation. So waiting for price action confirmation over here before we can pick another buying opportunity on gold to the upside to make how much? 1, 2, 3 to make 6% more to the original 10% target. You understand? That is how we trade. So gold, if price gives me what a candle confirmation over here, we add another buying opportunity to the upside. What are the buying confirmations? They are the bullish engulfing candle close, significant pin bar or morning star before we can buy from here to the upside on gold. So gold, once you're able to buy over here, definitely this is going to be a 1:3 risk reward, and we can make extra 6% to the original 10% that we are going to make from it, making it 16% from just one trade. You see how beautiful risk management is. Okay, that's how we apply proper risk in the game. Okay, we don't come in and risk 20%, 30%, 40%. No, you get it. Very good, very good. If you want to be in the market for a long time, okay, you apply proper risk. Okay, you know, risk is only important when you realize that you are losing. So when you start losing, then you know the importance of what? Proper risk. Proper. For now, probably you are entering big loss, you are winning, you're happy, you think everything is fine. But when you start losing and losing and losing and losing, which is going to happen eventually, because it does happen in the market, it happens to everybody. So when it gets to a time you start losing in a row, you get to realize the importance of what? Risk management. So it's better to apply it now, so that in the near future, when you are being hunted or when you are getting what? Lost back to back, you won't find yourself wanting. You still be in the game. All right. So that's it also for gold. Waiting for what? Candle confirmation, and then a new entry sets in to the upside. Let's take it to the next pair, which I said was going to be DXY. Okay, DXY. What should we expect on DXY? DXY, I'm expecting a selling opportunity. But why am I expecting a selling opportunity on DXY? I need to explain to